And it is time for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship matchup. The title holder, Christian Cage, to defend against the Monster Abyss. And this is the second of two championship matchups at Lockdown, the showdown for the NWA title. Let's look at the raw numbers. Let's check out the tail of the tape between these two competitors. You look at those numbers and you see the substantial size advantage for the challenger. 6 inches in height, over 100 pounds in weight. However, keep in mind, Christian has that big match, that high-profile bout experience edge when it comes to these two. Let's talk about stalking Christian's wife. Let's talk about drowning him in his own pool. James Mitchell and his monster, they've reached an all-time low. First opportunity for payback and revenge. It's tonight. What better battleground than the 6 sides of steel? We've heard it on Impact. It was driven home again tonight. James Mitchell guarantees that his Monster Abyss is leading Lockdown with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your first of two main events of the evening. Scheduled for one fall and is for the NWA Heavyweight Championship of the World.
And here comes the challenger. You saw it in the tail of the tape, Don. Substantial size advantage for this monster, the challenger. And it looks like he's, bringing some weapons with him as well. He's got the familiar steel chain, and I'm guessing that that bag includes those thousands of thumbtacks.
It's just so diabolical what James Mitchell has done with the Monster Abyss. And one thing about James Mitchell, he is the only person I've ever seen that can keep this monster focused on his goal. And that goal is the gold of the most prestigious championship in the world, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Doomsday!
And you can see that he will stop at nothing, because one thing we know about Abyss, pain feeds it.
Plenty of words from James Mitchell, but not one was uttered by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion in the pre-match interview. I think it's really, putting it mildly, to say how focused that Christian Cage is. You mentioned the focus of the challenger, the Monster Abyss, and with Mitchell in his head, he's an unstoppable force.
It is. It's almost like the two are connected, especially there through the mind, and you can see right there James Mitchell getting him prepared, getting him focused, the game plan that they've had. Let's see if they can put it in place right here.
Here's the entrance of the defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Christian Cage, he had no words for Jeremy Borash backstage. It's going to be his actions, and here we go. You see that it was Abyss leaving the 6 sides of steel to confront Christian Cage, and Christian's ready for him, and he's on the attack.
You know, I was wondering where he was. He didn't come out of the tunnel, and I was looking and looking and looking. The Monster Abyss wanted to meet him up there at the top of the ramp, and then out of nowhere, Christian Cage comes in, tackles the Monster Abyss, and you mentioned how he was so silent when JB tried to talk to him. That's because he's got one thing, and that's focus on beating this monster down tonight.
You know, we often talk about how Abyss has tunnel vision. No question that Christian Cage certainly has the tunnel vision when it comes to Abyss, and he's got a steel chair, and he just took a wild swing.
Oh, this is something I think has been on Christian Cage's mind from the day he realized he didn't drown in that pool, what he can do to this monster. But sometimes you can have the will, you can have the desire, but you just don't have it in you. And when you're facing someone of that size and strength, it's not a disgrace to lose. And Christian Cage, that's why he has told himself that it's not necessarily about winning and losing. He's willing to die inside that cage.
Oh, man. Christian Cage goes airborne, springing off the steel steps, but he caught nothing but steel when he crashed in the guardrail. You saw that camera shot of the back of Christian Cage, and that happened on just after Abyss had him pressed up against the 6 sides of steel.
Oh, it is so true. It's just the way that the mesh is of the steel cage, and it imprints upon you forever. And it doesn't look like he's been whipped.
Well, the 6 sides of steel unable to contain these two because they never got inside the cage. The battle now up into the crowd here at the impact zone at lockdown, and Abyss getting the better of it.
Well, you saw how Abyss was willing to meet Christian Cage up at the ramp. Christian Cage, I think, suspected something like that, hit him blindsided, and you know what? These two aren't even thinking about the cage right now. The hatred that they feel for each other is just the sight of each other makes them go after.
Oh, look at this! That's at the top of the arena, at the top of the bleacher seats, and he was trying to take Christian and throw him over the top down to the floor, and Christian Cage fights back.
Just barely gets himself back in right there, and somehow he's able to get the momentum, and when you got the high ground like that, so much of an advantage for Christian Cage, and he's able to use it and use that weight of Abyss against him.
Right, at the same time you mentioned it, he's got the advantage because he's above him and coming down the steps, he's able to take it to Abyss, and he just threw him, wow, head first, face first, right into the wall.
Oh, this is a war, this is a battle, this is something that was just culminating, and whatever he thought, oh, look at there, and you saw Abyss was able to time that, and just sent Christian Cage right over the top of the rail onto the mat.
What a thud that the champ landed with. He was elevated high into the air by the monster Abyss, and Christian just crashed down on the floor.
The power of this beast is just unprecedented here. I mean, he just towers over people. He's so athletic for a guy of that size. I think that's what confuses so many people. When you look at him, you just don't realize how agile this monster really is. Oh!
God. Right into the steel steps goes the champ. Stalking him is the challenger as the monster Abyss just closes the gap and a double sledge to the back.
They somehow are going to have to get this match inside the cage. It's not even really officially going to start till they get in the cage, but don't tell that to these two. It's already started. It started a month ago.
Referee Andrew Thomas, you're right. Somehow, some way, he's got to get them back inside that cage. Mitchell just loves this. You see Mitchell watching and circling with every move. Oh no, look out, Christian, look out!
Oh, he avoids it. Just barely avoids it.
Swung that gate right at him. Oh! One way to fight back, using the door, the gate from the steel cage repeatedly.
One shot right after another right there. And oh, you can see, you know he wants to get his hands on that man so bad, but don't be thinking too much about him. Oh, he went right into it. Never monster Abyss just leveled him with the door.
And he never saw it coming either.
That's what you got to do. You got to stay focused on the plan at hand. You can't let Jim Mitchell get in your head, and he did right there.
So easy for us to say, Don, sitting out here at the comfort of the broadcast table, when you have someone like Mitchell getting under your skin, provoking you, you turn your attention away from the task at hand for one split second, and you end up with a steel cage gate door right in your face.
Oh, and that was a huge momentum swing right there for the monster Abyss. After Christian Cage had just railed him with that door 5 or 6 times. Keep in mind, you mentioned it earlier, that bag right there you see down there at the feet of Abyss is filled with thousands and thousands of tacks, and it's still inside the cage.
You're right, Don. Complexion of this matchup, it's turned a full 180, and it's in favor of the challenger, the monster Abyss. Mitchell looks on intently from ringside as Abyss follows up into the corner, and take him by the head and by the hair and drive him face first into the top turnbuckle.
Oh man, this cage is tailor-made for that monster. Because your speed doesn't always help you because you can't get out. And if he corners you and he locks you in, all the damage that he can do.
Impactful move in the corner. The monster Abyss charges in, caught him with the train wreck, just squashed him right against the turnbuckle. Gonna take him up by the head. Gonna try and inflict more pain and punishment to try and wear him down on the way to the NWA World's Heavyweight title. That's the hope for Abyss and Mitchell. Cage shot off into the ropes. Gonna try and fight back here with a series of rights.
Oh, he's able to do it too. And you just got to have no quit in you. You can't hesitate for a moment. Oh, look at the strength. Oh, right into the unforgiving steel. And he just hits it like a wall and shoots back.
God, he press slammed him high overhead. And the 6'8" Abyss then took the champ and threw him headfirst right into the side of the cage.
I'll tell you what I do like.
Pin, 2, no. Christian kicks out.
It didn't even look like Abyss was really trying to pin him there. I think he was trying to send a message. His game plan is so methodical. He wants to just beat Christian Cage to a pulp. He wants to humiliate him, embarrass him. And when you think he's done, he's going to try to hurt him some more. And Christian Cage has got to be prepared for that.
You can call it methodical. You can also call it effective. The float over. Christian going to try and hit him here with the unprettier.
Just not enough strength right now. Oh,
I don't think he had Abyss sufficiently worn down to hit him with his finishing move. Pin attempt, lateral covered, another 2 count.
Sometimes you just got to go for that home run shot, though. Sometimes you just have to take a swing at it. And I think that's what he did. Just, even if he didn't hit it cleanly, just something to stop this rush that Abyss has on him right now.
Crowd here in the impact zone, trying to cheer on the champ, trying to get Christian Cage back up to his feet, see if he can mount some kind of an offensive. Big right hand right into the midsection. Abyss, oh man, what a counter. He just overpowered him. Think back to the tail of the tape, the size, the weight advantage, and it was really used by the challenger Abyss.
And let me tell you something too. You hit that cage repeatedly like that, and it will wear on you. You can only bang your head against the wall so many times. And if Abyss keeps using that strategy and keeps slamming Christian into that, I'm telling you, Christian Cage is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Think about those repeated shots. They certainly weaken you, and they wear you down just like this. In a match here at Lockdown for the NWA World Heavyweight title, but they also have an impact on your career going forward.
Yes, you're so right. Look at that. He's just pressing the face there against the cage. And you know what happened there? I think Christian thought he was, you forget sometimes it's there, and he tried to escape out of it, but there's nowhere to go. And that big boot pressing that flesh. Oh, and where's he going to go there? He's stuck.
He really is in no man's land. There's just not that much room. What would you say, Don? There's just a couple of inches there on the ring apron between the ring ropes and the side of the cage. And the monster
there's a great view of it.
Squashed him.
There's a great view of it right there by the camera. Maybe, 6 inches?
Probably 6-8 inches, I would say. Up to his shoulders, got him up in the torture rack. If he drops down, he hits that shock treatment, it could be all over. But no, Christian avoids it. I don't think he can. Can he suplex Abyss?
He tried, but he doesn't have the strength right now. He's got to somehow get separated from Abyss, which is going to be hard to do inside that cage, and to get him some sort of a rest so he can get his strength back up. But every time he does something, Abyss just seems to foil it.
Elbows, rights, and lefts momentarily wears him up.
Oh, man.
Took him high up into the air, and then just drove him right into the side of the steel cage.
You talk about taking a game plan to perfection. That's what the monster Abyss is doing right now. He's just having his way with Christian Cage. Anything he wants to do, he's able to do.
Even before the opening bell, Don, during the ring introduction, Abyss took it to the champ, and he's been in total control of the match. And again, he takes him and he just flings him. He just throws him right into the cage. The 230-pounder that he just tossed right into the steel.
I believe that Christian Cage's emotions have been what's been guiding him here up to this point. And as powerful as that may be, sometimes it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And you see that big boot of the monster just grinding on him and then throwing him into the fence here and throwing him in there. It's just, you have the desire, you have the will, you just don't have the strength.
Yes, beyond personal, that's what we've talked about in this matchup. And what you may be really onto something when you talked about Christian Cage just being so focused on gaining that payback and gaining that revenge. And in the process, boy, the monster Abyss, he has taken it to the champ before the opening bell and to the conclusion of this matchup. And we see right there that he was motioning that he should be wearing the gold on the verge of winning the title. But here comes Christian Cage fighting back.
I saw a look right there in Christian Cage's eyes that we haven't seen since they've been inside the cage there, and I hope that's a sign of things to come. He just tells Abyss that he's number one of some sort there, if you know what I mean. Oh, he nails him, and maybe this is what he needs. He's just gonna have to reach down, Mike. Reach down and somehow fight through the pain.
Dropped him with the discus forearm. Gonna follow up and fire him out of the corner, but Abyss, no. One reversal, oh, put on the brakes. Almost contact made with referee Andrew Thomas. He pulled him right out of the way.
Well, that's the kind of a champion he is.
Oh, God!
Man, he couldn't do it twice.
He just about took his head off.
Oh, he nailed referee Andrew Thomas and literally took his head off.
God, went for the clothesline and drilled the referee. Wait a minute, James Mitchell just picked up the championship belt off of the broadcast table. Christian is gonna try and go up and try and mount some kind of an offensive from the ropes, but Abyss cuts him off.
Oh, and he's holding on for dear life right there. And again, while the referee's down, we saw Jim Mitchell came right up into the broadcast table. Oh, he hits him with the DDT, nails it from the top up there.
Tornado DDT off the top. Drives Abyss, head first to the mat, gonna go for the cover, there's no referee. Andrew Thomas is knocked out.
Andrew Thomas is knocked out right there. We do have a referee outside.
Well, you're right, we got senior official. Rudy Charles is the gatekeeper out here at ringside. Wait, Mitchell just tossed the belt in. You know, there's a hole in the side of the cage for the cameraman, and Mitchell just tossed the championship belt and this cane inside the cage.
Christian trying to revive referee.
Yeah, he has no idea that Abyss has got the belt.
Oh, he's gonna set him up. He's got, oh, he hits it. He hits the unprettier. Could it be right here? The referee, is he gonna get up in time? There he is.
Revive him, pull him over and count. 1, 2.
No, he gets out of it just in time.
Wow. That was close. The champ almost retaining. Referee revived Andrew Thomas with the count, but amazingly, Abyss kicks out of the unprettier.
Not something that you do, and you know what, it took a little too long to get referee Andrew Thomas up there for the counter. I think Christian Cage will retain the belt.
No!
What's he gonna do up here? What is he gonna do?
He stopped and looked at him from the top rope, but now he's scaling.
No way!
Top of the count!
No way! Frog splash from the top! Wow!
Frog splash off the top of the cage, my God!
That was freaking insane!
Pin him!
It's over!
Pin him!
1, 2, what? No way!
What just happened there? He kicked out?
No way!
We gotta take another look at this. Guy's in the truck, show it to us!
Look how high up he hit it from! Whoa! How did he kick out of that?
He's not a man, he is a monster! He kicked out before the 3 count and he's still alive!
Yeah, he doesn't have sense enough to know he was pinned. Oh, what does that do to the mindset of Christian Cage? I mean, how do you hit him with anything better than that?
You're right, what more can you do? Gonna try it again on prettier attempt now? Shock treatment! Took him up on the torture rack and drove him down with the shock treatment.
Oh man, the Monster Abyss, that might be what he needed. Able to somehow kick out of the frog splash. And again, it's like I said, mentally Christian Cage is thinking, I've hit him with the best shot a man can hit him. I hit him from 30 feet up, and he's got the tag.
He's got that bag. We expect that there's the thousands of thumbtacks inside that bag. Boy, the complexion of this match has really swung back and forth in the past couple of minutes. And now, yes, Monster in charge.
Oh, man. Look at this.
God.
Look at the numbers. He's just laying them out there. Thousands of them.
And he's putting them into place with his hands so that more of the thumbtacks have that pointed edge sticking up.
Oh, man, this is just brutal. Oh, Christian Cage able to use that cane. That was Mitchell that was brought in, and he's smacking it, and he breaks it right over the Monster Abyss.
Just smashed him with the cane and broke the cane with those repeated shots. Christian now, he's got to take advantage of this situation. He's got to make, I don't know if he's going to use the thumbtacks or not.
But he's going to go for another frog splash? He's going to try to go up there for another one? Is this guy insane?
And again, Don, think of this, the longer that this match goes, the more difficult. Look out!
Oh! right into the cage and then drops it down.
He threw the referee. He took Andrew Thomas up, and just as Christian was up at the top of the cage, he threw the referee against the side of the cage, and that caused Christian to drop down.
Oh, he's in a bad spot right there as he's going to have to get back in the cage. And the Monster Abyss is going up there to greet him. And it's not going to be with a hello, I can tell you that. Oh, look at the strikes he's throwing, and he's trying to get back in. His cage fights back. Oh, no.
No, from the top of the cage, he's got him throttled. He's got him goozled, and Christian tries to fight off. Look out! Went for the sunset flip, but that's three.
No, he nails him! He nails him right into the back! The champion able to turn it around! Look at those tags sticking out the side of his back there! Let's show the...
Now the champ's in charge! Now the champion's in control! Pin him! Pin him and keep the title! Cover! Oh, the referee's out.
Oh, the referee, that's right! He threw him up against the fence and he's going, wait a minute!
Rudy Charles is going to get in there. What?
Slick Johnson comes in! 2! Oh, he kicks out!
Just 2! Well, referee Slick Johnson just ran right by senior official Rudy Charles. Talk about taking charge.
Well, you are kidding. He just took control of the situation. But at least we had a referee ready to get in there. Oh, look at that sight! The blood coming out of the arms. The tags in the back. Oh, this is a chance right now for Christian Cage to put him away, Mike.
Championship belt being shown to the crowd here at Lockdown. Waiting, measuring, Abyss, till he gets to his feet. Look at all those puncture wounds and the blood pouring out.
Oh! Black hole slam! 1, 2! Oh, he kicked out of it! He kicked out of it! Only 2! Wow!
We've said this before. We said it with that frog splash off the top. What do you have to do to get a 3 count? Black hole slam, it usually equals 1, 2, 3, but only a 2 count.
How he was able to kick out of that is beyond me. What an incredible
What's he got?
Another bag attack. You've got to be kidding. He reached underneath and pulled it out.
And Mitchell, again through that, the hole that's positioned there for the camera shot, has tossed in another bag of tacks.
Oh no! How much more can Christian Cage take?
Shot.
And look at, he's still got tacks stuck in his arms.
You think he knows that? Fighting through that pain.
That just shows you how sick this monster is, and he's gonna, oh man! This has just become a floor of tacks now.
And again, positioning those thumbtacks to take the champ, Christian Cage, and put him into him. He says, I'm going to drive you to the tacks, and I'm going to win the championship belt.
Oh,
choke slam on the way. Takes him up.
Oh, wait a minute, he's counting
over. Unprettier.
Can he hit it? Can he hit it? Right over the tacks, and he nails him. Right in the face. Right in the face. Right in the face.
Face first into the thumbtacks cover.
1, 2, he's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is still NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Christian Cage.
Man, look at that. That's a champion, Professor. That's a champion right there.
Post-match celebration. The NWA World Heavyweight Champ retains the gold at Lockdown, and everyone so appreciative. Standing ovation for Christian Cage. Here's another look.
Look at this, right in him. Face first, ow.
Can you imagine going in through the holes in the mask, the thumbtacks in your eyes?
Unbelievable. That is a memory you will take away from Lockdown from this day forth. And we're not even done. Oh, look at the monster. Oh, he got his revenge. It's gotta feel sweet.
It is revenge. It's payback. It's redemption for these incredibly personal issues between the Monster Abyss and James Mitchell and, yes, Christian Cage.
Has one in the cage. Wow, what a moment.
What a great matchup that was. You're right, Don. We've still got Lethal Lockdown to come. We've still got Jeff Jarrett's Army against Sting's Warriors. The crowd here showing their respect for the champ as we take a close-up look at the challenger. He went down in defeat, but it was a gutsy performance by Abyss in the loss.
Oh man, he set up the tax and they ended up costing him not once but twice. But you think, wait a minute, Christian Cage is walking back.
I don't know what this is about. Headed back inside the cage. It was almost as if when he started walking up the ramp that a light bulb went off in his head.
Oh, now he wants Mitchell. That's what he wants. He's already vanquished Abyss. He wants Mitchell.
I think of all the hell that Mitchell put Christian Cage's family through. Oh no, Abyss low blow from behind.
He got too greedy, Mike. He got too greedy.
But now look out for that chain. I mean, you can't blame it. Think of everything that he did when he invaded his privacy.
Oh no, somebody stop this. Not after everything that's happened. Oh, he's wrapping up around like a boxing glove, and oh, he crashes in
Right
the
in the
head.
top of the head. He hit him with the steel chain.
Oh, this is just wrong.
He just laid out the champ with the steel chain. Well, the post-match celebration here, boy, it's come to a screeching halt.
Oh, the crowd is silent right
You're
now.
right, the crowd is just hushed.
They're
stunned. They can't believe what's gone down here. It went from the total upside of Christian Cage retaining the championship.
Holy
Oh,
busted open.
God, look at the blood.
Oh,
coming out
that
of
is
his head.
just, he is still the champ. That's not going to change, but this is now. He went back for more to get Mitchell, and look at this, and he slings him outside.
He just flung him out onto the floor. Gonna pick up the steel chain as well. Come on, we need some help out here to
Somebody
separate
get out
these
here
two.
and stop this.
Now what's going on here? Mitchell and the Monster Abyss, they've got that chain put into place.
Oh no, this is going to be bad. No way, they're choking him with it. They're hanging him with it.
He hit him in the head with that steel chain first, and now he's got it wrapped around his neck. He tried to drown him in his own pool, and now he's trying to choke the life out of him with a steel chain wrapped around his neck.
That shows you just how sick and sadistic Mitchell is and Abyss is. Somebody get out here. Oh, they're hanging him right there. This is just so wrong.
That's 350 pounds of Abyss that's pulling back, that's yanking on that steel chain while it's wrapped around his neck.
Oh, you can see right there the blood coming out of his head as he's pulling on the chain.
Oh, you're right. Oh, God, somebody, we need some help out here.
We've got to get security out here, and here they come.
You've got the prize.
What did Mitchell just say? He just said you've got the prize.
You, Abyss.
He's giving him the belt.
Wait a minute. No. Christian Cage retained the NWA World Heavyweight title. You remember what Mitchell said? Remember Mitchell's promise and his guarantee?
That he'd walk out of here with the belt. And he's got it in his hand. He's not the champion, but he's got the belt.